So, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Trackmaster 914, aka Josh Lee here, and I'm here with part 1 of the ACNA Silly season. So, good old ACNA, Auto Club of North America. I think the A stands for Auto. Anyway, is gonna have a season 2. I think I somewhat confirmed it in the previous few races of ACNA, but I'm gonna confirm it again right here, right now. There is a season 2 coming out. Not sure when. Not really too long after, but. The point is that, well, there are some teams coming back, merging with our teams, or just outright leaving. So I'm going to mention, I can't speak. I'm going to bring up who exactly is sticking around, and what exactly are changes amongst these teams. Now, before I get into that, I must mention, just because I don't mention certain drivers, certain teams, so like Jeremy Clemens, for example, in the 51 for his own team, been running pretty well this season. But anyway, he's not been confirmed for season 2. That doesn't just mean the 51 is available for whoever to use for season 2. It all depends on the circumstances. Some teams are yet to confirm whether or not they're going to be in season 2. So just bear that in mind for anyone who wants in on season 2 of the ACNA series, or ideas on what drivers to be part of the ACNA series for season 2. Now, without further ado, let's get into the stories team by team. It's going to be interesting. We're going through 8 teams for this part 1. So here we go. Alright, so the first team I'm going to talk about is Haas Autosport. Yeah, no Stuart Haas involved throughout the entire season. Just Haas. Consistent Cole Custer in the 41, Noah Gregson in the 10, and good old Riley Turbo Herbst in the number 98. Now, as of now, Herbst is out for the rest of the season because of an injury that happened because of a big crash at Rockingham in race 10. But all three of these guys are confirmed for season 2 of the ACNA series, plus an extension or expansion team, however you want to put it. Josh Berry is going to be in the 4-car for Haas, so it's a 4-car operation for season 2. Let's see how that goes. Now, the second team we're about to talk about is RCR, or Richard Childress Racing to be specific. Now, their team has been the 3-car operation of everybody's favorite Austin Hill in the 2-car, Austin Dillon in the 3-car, and Ty Dillon in the 33-car. And well, as it stands now, Hill has one win this season at Phoenix, Ty Dillon just won at Rockingham, despite all that disaster. And well, all 3 of them are going to remain the same, pretty much exactly the same, for season 2, but RCR is open to someone else joining in as an expansion team, depending on, it's basically open to whoever else wants to join a team, so they are open to a 4th team for anyone who wants in. Now, third team we're covering here is Locke Motorsports Group, which was the only Dodge team, actually not the only one, well, at the start they were the only ones, but anyway, 3-car operation at a time. That he leased out the 91 to Connor Lemon Racing, but that's a story for another time. But as it stands now, the 5 of Reed Sorensen was kind of middle of the pack, sort of midfield if you look at the stats, and he's currently 25th in the standings as we're recording this. And Scott Speed is he's been in outside top 10 point standings all season long. Well, they're both being retained for season 2. So see how that goes. They're still going to be in those Dodges who have only gotten 1 win this season, and it wasn't even these guys. But anyways, more on that some other time, as stated before. Alright, so the 4th team we're covering is Joe Gibbs Racing. The 18 of the Bain train, known as Trevor Bain, is going to stick around for season 2. Overall this season, he's been trying to get in the top 10 points, just has problems doing that. Connor Mozak was all over the place, outright garbage for like the first half of the season, then won at Springfield, oddly enough. And he's going to stick around as well. Same for John Herr Nemechek in the 20. Really solid. Actually, Mozak might not be around next season. And if not, they are looking for someone to replace him, because they're not sure yet. It might be Sheldon Creed, because they thought of having him in an expansion team in 54. But considering the uncertainty of Mozak, it's not exactly confirmed who is going where and what exactly the deal is with 19 and 54, but it is what it is. That will be solved eventually. All right, number 5 here is Tricon Garage, the second Toyota team. I forgot to mention Joe Gibbs and Tricon were the only full-time Toyota teams until Hana Kanako Racing came around. But anyways, that's another story for another time. So Dean Thompson was running part-time, or at least scheduled to go part-time in the one car. Then they decided to keep him for the rest of the season. And now, well, Dean Thompson has been confirmed to run all of Season 2, at least as much as he can. I mean, he's got the full funding, so, you know, from his family's operation or company. Corey Heim, who's, I don't remember if he's in points right now, because I don't see his standings as I'm talking about this. But Corey Heim is on top right now, or at least trying to get to the top. And he remains for Season 2, because they're impressed with his performance right now. And as for Tanner Gray, he's kind of been middle of the road, sort of, here and there. He finally cracked the top 10 in point standings recently. Well, they want him back for Season 2, so there you go. So that's the 3-car lineup for Season 2. Alright, number 6 is a small one, but Tanner Shaw, driving for his dad's team. Oh boy, it was a rough season all around, then wound up with 3 straight DNQs. One of them, or actually 2 of them, really being out of his control when you really think about it. But yeah, it's been a rough time for Tanner Shaw. As of now, he's getting close to getting to the top 35 in the point standings. That way you can actually qualify for races again. But yeah, he is back for Season 2. I guess his dad's looking to give him another shot, you know, try and develop him as the series goes on. Alright, now some of the bigger news in this video, as like all the teams I've mentioned so far have retained a lot of their drivers and this and that with a few tweaks here and there and expansions. But this one is a merger, like I somewhat alluded to before. So, yeah, Mike Harmon had been running full-time this season, and he's kind of been top 20 point standings for the majority of it. So he's actually not been doing terrible. But regardless, he decided to call it quits in terms of racing. He's still going to be a team owner, in fact, well, part team owner, because he's merged his team with Jeremy Mayfield, who only ran a select number of races this season, and DNQ'd in a few races and some of those select starts. But it is what it is. They decided to merge the teams together. Mayfield was in a Toyota, Harmon in a Chevy. They're going to be running Chevys as a joint operation, with Mayfield running full-time. So Harmon is basically running, you know, owner side of things for the most part. So we'll see how that goes for Season 2. Alright, last story for this video of the Silly Season video is Jacksworth Noah Racing. Now, Jacksworth Noah is a skilled late model racer from Wisconsin. I think he's a champion in that state. But anyways, aside from that, he decided to run a 2-car operation for the ACNA Series. Now, Brandon Brown in the 08 won a season opener at Daytona and basically stayed in the top 5 in the point standings all season long. And as for Greg Gaulding in the 07, well, he won at Charlotte, which is the longest race of the season, at the halfway point. But other than that, it has been a pretty miserable season, to say the least. Now, from what I've heard, Brandon Brown is confirmed for Season 2 in the 08. Now, as for the 07, Greg Gaulding, from what I've heard, yeah, he's not. They're not going to keep him. Like, Greg Gaulding might find a ride elsewhere in ACNA, but it's not going to be in the 07 for Jacksworth Noah. Jacksworth Noah still wants to run a 2-car operation. Question is, who is going to step up and, you know, get that 07 ride? Who knows? You just have to wait and see what happens. Now, that is it for the Silly Season news on ACNA for Season 2. Now, there's still, as of recording this, there's still 3 races left in the season. Talladega's coming up, Phoenix second to last, and then this finale at North Wilkesboro. So, this news just might change depending on what goes on. But for now, yeah, that is about it.